Dustin Thomas. Welcome back to Rays Baseball. He was drafted by the Cardinals. Then we traded for him as he's going to get a double play his first time around against his former team that drafted him. 2-0. Shout out Danny Jensen, man. Dude, he's on fire. Thomas is going to take a ball here. Yeah, former 12th overall pick, something like that to the Cardinals. So, not that he ever played with these guys, but he is part of the organization. They really believed in him, and then they traded him. Maybe he feels a little ill will. They are 16 and 38, by the way, as it doesn't really matter because it seems like they got Thomas's number. Maybe we're a little bit impatient, yes, but as he's going to probably finish the day. Oh, that's an error for sure. Oh, no. All right. We'll count that as a double. I ain't mad at it. As we do pick up the win easily 3-0. As we hit game 2 of this 3-game set in St. Louis. As ranks third. Oh, he's got right. Oh, third with hits, tied for third. As Mr. Thomas was the April rookie of the month. Very exciting. There we go. He gets a base hit, so he's 2 for 2 in his last two. I'm not mad at it. This is going to be top 2. Nope, did not mean to do that. Even though we do have a 2-0 lead again, I mean, the Pirates might, not the Pirates, the Cardinals might get to 40 losses before 20. It's Thomas, that's a pretty hit ball, but it's going to be a fly out. Now it's 3-0. I really wanted to swing at that, but I got to be patient. I got to learn to not swing at the first pitch or the second or the third, as he's going to finish his day with one hit. And oh my God, we're pouring it on 6-0. I didn't realize the Cardinals were that bad, and Dustin Thomas had himself a bad game. But hey, our former pitcher, we knock him for 2. Hey man, let's see what we can do. Final game of this series versus Josiah Gray on the mound. He's gonna take ball 1. Yeah, never. I stand corrected. 16 and 40. They are terrible. I don't want to say White Sox or I don't even know the team last year that was terrible, but like White Sox territory. They're not the, or Rockies. They're hitting that nonchalance of how terrible. As Thomas is going to hit that in the gap, that's going to be an RBI ground rule double. As Cabrera knocks in both those guys, being the table setter. There we go, up the middle. First multi-hit game against his former team. What a dog. 2 doubles, and Gallo hit a 2-run shot. So he's literally scored 2 of the 4 runs. Yeah, Taj Bradley, man, he did his thing yesterday. Last 9 games, 6 RBIs. So the young man, he's kind of cooking. Out Tucker with 700 career RBIs. Of course, he's with the Dodgers. Where else would he go? Exactly. Exactly. Uh, did not mean to do that, but it is what it is. Up 8 now, as it's still 4-1. None too shabby. Battles of the Thompsons. No, they're not related. Not that I know of. As Dustin's going to hit that. And, hey, man, 10th home run, first home run. Let's get it, man. Back down to AAA to see Alfonso doing his thing. Hitting 266, couple homers. Obviously, he leads the Biscuits in RBIs because like he's the best overall player. So that doesn't really surprise me. But it seems like the 18-year-old number two, old former number two overall pick is slowly getting comfortable. That's going to drop for a single. My goodness. But I think after this month, he's going to be called up to AAA. I want to see what he can do. It seems like he's got AA, maybe not figured out, but it just seems like we're holding his progress, maybe not back, but I want to see what he does in AAA. Worst case, we bring him down to AA, but there's a reason why he's the number two overall pick and a once in generation guy. He's not supposed to be down here for too long. But again, I wanted to make it somewhat as realistic as possible, as really he's been struggling this game. But I think overall, he's been good. I'm so excited for him. As I don't know why he swung at that. I think he's a better lefty than righty in terms of his attributes. But still, that's not terrible for for being on the right hand side. And I'm not gonna switch it up either. Because I think a switch hitting catcher would be very, very clutch. Kind of dope. But with it's still 4-2, it's ooh. All right. He's kind of a big guy too for being a catcher. Maybe it's also the camera angle, but it just seems like he's a pretty big guy for being a catcher. Um, as it is 4-2 still. Oh my God. I don't know. What are you doing? I don't like that. Stop it. Has pitch. You know what? I'll take it. A walk. They did get an RBI double, so the lead is cut down to one. Oh, that was kind of the pitch. It was just he was underneath it and very not late, but late. As that's gonna be an out. Right, situation top nine, bases loaded. City Field under the lights. They're wearing their City Connects. You know what? I'll take that. 125 average for the runners in the scoring position. Sheesh. But I think overall he's not had a bad season for us. Cards beat the Braves. Oh man, the Braves must be terrible. If the if the Cardinals won, it's gonna be caught. I'm not gonna risk it with Juan Soto. Yeah, he would have been gunned. Make it two-way for the man, the myth, the legend, the 5'9" short king himself, Dustin Thomas, and that's gonna be a pretty hit ball down the line. All right, bottom nine. Ronald Acuna's baby bros up. 2 outs. The City Field angle is very weird. It's throwing me off. I'm not gonna lie. It's a weird pitching mound view thing as Hayes barely almost gets him, but you know what? We get the dub. All right, man. Alonzo Morales got called up to AAA. Let's see what he can do. First at bat. That's a pretty high ball, deep, going at the track, at the wall. Home run, man. First swing, home run. You love to see it. 'Cause that's another pretty ball into the gap. Listen, that was good. No pause, but that was really good one on it. And it just didn't fall. It seems like he's going to be a very big gap hitter, per se. As the pitch It's going to be a fly ball deep out there at the wall. Back a second home run. Let's go, man. First multi hit game of his young professional career as 6-5 as he's making his presence felt in AAA. He smells it. He smells that the majors are so close. His hard work and everything is almost a reality. He just got to show in AAA and hopefully not get injured as well. That's going to be another key factor is if he stays healthy, um, be at the major league level. And he may not help Durham get the win, but the two home runs will be really, really cute. As I didn't mean to do that, but we're going to watch if we get the dub. Fly ball, Woodson's got it. Yeah, we got the dub. As we're going to do another situation, bottom of the eighth, down 5-4 to the Blue Jays. We got swept by the Orioles. So the Orioles have a very comfortable lead for the top of the American East and probably top of the American League in general, as they're just a wagon. As that's going to be a routine double play, as we will end up losing 7-4. And it seems like Ryan Walker, who's having a really good year so far, got traded to the Giant or from the Giants to the Red Sox for 68 overall, 22-year-old, and then not a very good pitcher. So yeah, there's that. As Prince Dennis, one of the top prospects, I think, in the Twins organization, went for Roman Anthony, who was was a Red Sox, now an Astro. So that's kind of a crazy trade. Bottom of the seventh, Luis Cabrera is up. We're down 2-1 to the Red Sox, who really are kind of the team that we're competing against in terms of the AL division, I guess, second place slash wild card. As Cabrera's going to get a base hit there, bases loaded for Andy Rodriguez, who is not going to be playing as Danny Jensen is coming back from injury pretty soon, and that's a pretty hit ball. Single perfect to tie the ball game up. Let's go, baby. And now here comes Joey Gallo, a guy you don't want to face. It's him right on his ankle. Is he going to get there safely? He is not, but we're going to tie the ball game. Hey, we get the dub. 3-2. Walk off. As bottom nine, 3-2. Andy Rodriguez is still playing as it's going to be two outs now. We've kind of gone a little bit on a cold streak, but we get it. As it's a long season, you're going to have winning streaks, you're going to have losing streaks. Tyler Soderstrom is going to ground out, and it's the ball game. The former closer we traded to the Reds, Cesar Garcia, is going to the Cardinals. He was part of the Dustin Thompson trade, so they're getting David Strange, and they're giving up Cesar Garcia. Wild. And yeah, we're gonna hop into the draft. Finally, we get John Santiago to sign. My God, it was crazy. He just didn't want anything. He almost wanted our entire bonus to go get him as our fifth round pick. Fine. I don't care at this point, man. I just don't care. Oh my God. You can't make this up, man. All right, we'll end this episode by showing the draft picks. So we did not get Miguel. It is what it is, but Barry Hill seems to have a lot of potential at an 89 overall. Everyone else is fine. He's 62 and a C. Is he really worth the money? That's debatable. But look around the other. Garrett Hampton seems pretty fine. Ooh, the second overall pick, Winkler, seems to be pretty good. Other than that, they did not draft really well. Gil O'Brien seems to be a very promising guy for the Guardians. Uh, Same thing with Broderick Rodney. Dave Ramos doesn't seem too bad. Joe Green seems to be promising. Same thing with Dan as well. Um, wow, shout out the Angels gotten a Japanese superstar, 77 overall, 85 potential, 21 years old, center fielder. I know he's not the 8 speed. Oh, I know he's not the Otani replacement, but it's pretty damn good. And the A's got a pretty good guy in the third round as well. The other guy we were looking at, he's not too bad, higher overall, but ooh, Peter Ryan, he seems to be very promising. Knocked it out of the park, the Marlins did. Ooh, I like this guy. That's pretty good. Really, other than that, nothing super crazy. I mean, solid first two picks for the Cubs. The Reds didn't do anything great. Ooh, Richie, he's not too shabby. Wow, the Pirates did not sign a lot of their draft. That's terrible. The third overall pick, he seems to be pretty good. Pedro, he's pretty solid. Diego, the once in a generation player. They kind of knocked it out of the park with him. 84 overall, 21 years old. Yeah. Him and the Angels knocked it out of the park. So shout out to them. And then Desmond, he seems pretty good from the Orioles and Art Berry as well. And Yankees, they did all right. But next episode will be September call ups, whatnot. I wanted to go a little bit more. I know it's not as much action pack, but I just wanted to. I want to slowly speed up this series. I don't want to be a complete sim, but I also just want to speed it up and the series. Not that I don't love it. It's just to me, baseball's so long that it's got to slowly just become a sim. Yeah, let me know thoughts, comments, this and that. Until next time, y'all have a good one.